Hey guys, welcome to Chris's Beer Reviews. Today's review is going to be coming out of the Sierra Nevada Brewing Company out of Chico, California. And it is a beer that I have tried on a couple of occasions, and I'm really impressed with this one. So I thought I would go ahead and do a review for you guys. It is going to be their Hop Hunter India Pale Ale. And this beer is a little bit different as far as the brewing process goes. It's brewed a little bit different than your typical IPAs. And I've got the information pulled up on Rate Beer. And this is the description that Rate Beer gives it. It says that Hop Hunter IPA harnesses the complex flavors or just picked hops through an all-new method of steam distilling wet hops before they even leave the fields. It says this revolutionary technique captures and intensifies the natural flavors, creating a unique and intensely aromatic beer. Our custom process gathers pure hop oil, which, when combined with traditional whole cone hops in the brew kettle and in our hop torpedo, makes for an incredible IPA experience. So there you have it. It's brewed with distilled hop oils, and supposedly is before the hops even leave the field. So I don't know, but all I know is this beer is fantastic. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's crack this thing open. And before I crack it open, I was going to go ahead and tell the alcohol by volume. It's a 6.2% ABV, and it has 60 IBUs. On the International Bitterness Unit scale, it has 60 bitterness units. So it's fairly bitter beer if you guys are into that sort of thing, which I am. Said it many times, I'm a hophead. I cannot help it. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's crack this thing open and let's pour it. And I'm going to be pouring this thing into my snifter, as always. Love this glass. Tends to bring out the aromas better, I guess, hence being called a snifter glass. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's pour this up. And it does not pour a overall big head, about a good finger's worth of really carbonated, off-white head, very carbonated. It's not getting very much retention at all, but it has a very nice, semi-hazy, bright golden amber body. Beautiful looking beer. I mean, you can't ask for a prettier beer, in my opinion. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's put a nose on it. Let's see what the aromas are like. Okay, and right up front, you get citrus. Tons of citrus. Maybe a hint of pine, but not much. Mostly all citrus hops. I don't even detect any malt presence on the nose. All citrus. As you can see, it leaving, and I haven't even took a drink of this yet, it's leaving a little bit of nice lacing on the glass, but overall beautiful beer. Kind of, in my opinion, it's a little lighter for an India Pale in the light. It's hard to tell on the camera. It looks a little darker on camera, but here in person, it's just a tad darker than a nice Pilsner. But beautiful beer. Beautiful. Very crisp. Very delicious smelling. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's see what it's like on the palate. And I've let this warm just a tad. It's still cool, but it's not ice cold or anything. So it's going to bring out the hop profiles and the malt characteristics and etc. But yeah, citrus on the nose. You get a nice citrus characteristic on the palate as far as the taste is concerned. Soon followed by a very slight bitterness. It's not a hot bomb by no means, but you know, and I typically like them very hoppy. It is hoppy. Let me go ahead and rephrase that. It is a very hoppy beer, but the bitterness characteristics, and that's something that I've been kind of misleading about. I've been doing more research. The more I've tried these beers over the years, the more I'm learning about them. And just because they have a high IBU does not mean that they're going that it's going to be hoppy per se. It could be a single hop beer, but have a very high bitterness unit. You know, so it's like it's hard to describe. It's hard to explain, but it can be very bitter, but only be a single hop beer. You know what I'm saying? This beer, as far as the hops, it's loaded. It is. I guess you could say it is a semi hop bomb. But as far as the bitterness is concerned, you know, it's not anything more than, I would say it's maybe even a little bit less than Sierra Nevada's Torpedo. So, but it's, you know, it's got that hop profile that, you know, people that enjoy India Pale Ales tend to enjoy. So yes, loaded with hops. Tons. I can taste them. I do not know what, it does not tell what hops is used, and but like it said, it's brewed using distilled hop oils. And I was doing a little reading on that. When they do that, what that does is it adds a hoppy, an even more hoppier characteristic. Excuse me. But it tones the bitterness down just a little bit. So even being a 60 plus, you know, IBU, it's toned down with the hop oils, and it brings out more of the flavor instead of just straight bitterness punching you right in the mouth. It actually tones down the bitterness to bring forth the hop characteristics. So you get to experience more of the hop profile. So very well done, Sierra Nevada. Kudos. 2 thumbs up, as Siskel and Ebert said. I give this beer 2 thumbs up. Very delicious. Does not leave a lot of lacing, just a little bit of spottiness on the glass, but nothing major. But like I said, citrus right up front. Soon followed by, you know, a moderate hop bite as far as the bitterness is concerned, but you definitely get the taste of the hops. It has just enough malt presence to give it a nice solid backbone. So it's a pretty, I would say this beer is a pretty well balanced beer. Not as much as some of the others. I would say Torpedo IPA is a little more balanced. You get more of a malt presence than this one, and about the same with the hop profile and the bitterness, so it kind of evens itself out. This one, it's well balanced, but it's not as malt forward as Torpedo. It has a totally different taste, whereas Torpedo is more pine up front. This one is all about the citrus. So it's a good, nice summer IPA. It's claiming that this is a seasonal, but when I went to Sierra Nevada's website, they said that this was going to be available year-round. So it is not a seasonal. So you can get this thing all year. But it's, like I said, Sierra Nevada Hop Hunter India Pale Ale. If you see this in stores, guys, I recommend you pick this one up and try it. I think you will be impressed, as I was impressed. But kind of back to the profile, you get a nice, like I said, citrus, soon followed by that slight bitterness, and, you know, the mouth full of just hop characteristics. Delicious. I would say this was a medium-bodied beer. I wouldn't say medium-high. I would say right in the middle. It's a medium-bodied, yet it does have enough sticky resin, you know, hop resins, hop oils, to give it kind of that dry characteristic. but it does not have a very lasting, lingering bitterness like a lot of IPAs do. This one is, it hits you in the mouth with the taste of your hops and like I said, citrus and whatnot, and it does its thing and then it's gone. It has a little bit of an aftertaste and just a slight bit of lingering bitterness, but not much. This one is tame. I wouldn't call this a session IPA though. It's a little heavier. It's got a higher ABV than your typical session beers, but it's low enough that you could have a nice session and enjoy, several of these without being too obliterated to remember. So yeah. Anyway, Sierra Nevada Hop Hunter IPA. Pick it up, guys. I'm gonna take one last chug and then I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this beer. So I hope everyone has had a great week. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. And as always, drink safe, drink responsibly. Cheers, guys.